Good morning, this is Josh, and I'm reading John chapter 21 from the Peshitta, or the Aramaic. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. I hope you can grab some coffee and just enjoy this reading with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the passage? What inspired you? What could be just a simple thought, something that struck you in the passage? Would love to hear what you think. John chapter 21. After these things, Yeshua again showed himself unto his disciples, his students, by the sea of Tiberias. Now he appeared thus so. There were together Shimon Kepha, Simeon the Rock, and Thauma, Thomas, who is called Thama, the twin, and Nathanael, that one who is from Katned Galila, Cana of Galilee, and the sons of Zebedee, and two others of the Talmide. Shimon Kepha said unto them, I go to catch fish. And they said unto him, We also come with you. And they went out and went up into a ship, and in that night they didn't catch a thing. Then when it had become morning, Yeshua stood beside the Yama, the sea or the lake, and the Talmide, the disciples, didn't know that it was Yeshu. And Yeshu said unto them, Boys, have you something to eat? They said unto him, No. He said unto them, Throw your net from the right side of the ship, and you will find them. And they threw it, and were not able to draw the net from the multitude of fish that it had caught. And that Talmide, whom Yeshu loved, said unto Kepha, the rock, This is Maran, our Lord. Then when Shimon heard that he was Maran, our Lord, he took his kathina, garment, tunic, and girded his loins, because he was naked, and he threw himself into the Yama, so that he might come to Yeshu. But the other Talmide came in the boat, for they were not very far from the land, only about 200 cubits, and they were drawing that net of nun, fish. Then when they went up to the land, they saw where coals were placed, and where fish and bread were placed upon them. Yeshua said unto them, Bring some from those now that you have caught nun, fish. And Shimon Kepha went up and dragged the sitta, the net, unto the Ara, the land, while filled with 153 great fish. And with all this weight, that sitta net wasn't torn. And Yeshua said unto them, Come, break your fast, come have breakfast. But no Nash from the Talmide dared that he would ask him who he was, because they knew that he was Maran, our Lord. Then Yeshua approached, and took the lachma, the bread, and the nun, the fish, and gave unto them. This is the third time that Yeshu appeared unto his disciples, his students, after he had risen from the Beth Mitheh, the house abode of the dead. Then after they had broken their fast, had their breakfast, Yeshua said unto Shimon Kepha, Shimon Bar-Yona, Simeon son of Jonah, do you have love for me more than these? He said unto him, Yes, Mari, you know that I have love for you. Yeshua said unto him, Feed Emri, my young sheep, for me. He said again unto him the second time, Shimeon Bar-Yonah, Simeon, son of Jonah, do you have love for me? He said unto him, Yes, Mari, my Lord, you know that I have love for you. Yeshua said unto him, Feed Erbe, my male sheep, for me. He said again unto him the third time, Shimeon Bar-Yonah, Simeon, son of Jonah, do you have love for me? And Kepha the rock was grieved that he said unto him the third time, Do you have love for me? And he said unto him, Mari, my Lord, you know everything. You know that I have love for you. Yeshua said unto him, Feed Nakuthi, my female sheep, for me. Amin, amin, truly, truly, I say unto you, that when you were young, you girded your loins yourself, and walked to wherever you desired. But when you grow old, you will stretch out your hands, and another will gird your loins for you, and will take you to where you don't desire. But he said this so that he might show by what death he was destined, that he would glorify Allah. And after he said these things to him, he said unto him, Come, follow me. And Shimeon Kepha, Simeon the rock, turned around and saw that Talmida, whom Yeshua loved, who was following behind him, that one who had fallen upon the chest of Yeshua during the supper, and had said, Mari, my Lord, who will betray you? When he saw this one, Kepha the rock said unto Yeshua, Mari, my Lord, and what about this one? Yeshua said unto him, If I desire that this one should remain until I come, what is it to you? You follow me. And this word went out among the Eche, the brothers, that one Talmida disciple wouldn't die. But Yeshua hadn't said that he wouldn't die, but rather, if I desire that this one should remain until I come, what is it to you? This is the Talmida, who testifies about all these things, and also wrote them, and we know that this testimony is true. But there are also many other things which Yeshua did, which if each one was written, not even the Alma, the world, as I suppose would be sufficient for the Kathabe, the scriptures that would be written. Wow, isn't that beautiful? I think the really striking thing about this text in the Aramaic is this dialogue between Jesus and Peter. In the Greek text, in the English, it doesn't distinguish between the sex of the sheep or the age of the sheep, whereas here it certainly does. He says, Feed Emri, my young sheep. Then in the second time, he says, Feed Erbi, my male sheep. And then down here he says, Feed Nakuthi, my female sheep. It doesn't make that distinction in the English translation. I think that's really interesting. Basically, Jesus is covering all humanity. He wants Peter to feed men, women, and children spiritual food. Isn't that interesting? Very, very interesting.